Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy, and it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And in order to put up with today's guest, right before we started, I had Midnight Moon Cherry Moonshine. But here's the nice thing about it. I didn't actually drink the moonshine. It actually comes with the cherries in it that have been soaking in the moonshine for a while. So I took a bunch of those and ate those, and I'm all ready to go. And we do have a special guest tonight. Wait, Mr. Postcards.
I was supposed to go right after. Paper. I'm supposed to go. Mr. Postcards, but John Popeye. I can change my name here in a second.
Who is this Mr. Postcards guy? It's an imposter.
Yes, not too many people look like me. I think everybody in the reselling world almost looks like me. Bald, fat, facial hair. I think I get the profile.
Oh, there we are. I heard you're a trending Halloween costume.
Yes. I'm usually the before picture.
Reseller.
Yeah.
And in case anybody out there wondered, yes, I did cut my hair for this, but that's a whole nother story out over there. How are your sales, Popeyes?
This week, they were much better than last week. I had looks like I'm at 1,500 for the week, last 7 days, down 16% for the month. Had some auctions ended on Sunday, and that was like a $600 day. One card went for $388, which was pretty awesome.
Wow, what was that card?
It was a waterfall. Believe it or not, I haven't even researched it yet. I sent it out. What I did is I started auctions at $17.95 just to get stuff listed. I did 500 auctions, and I just wanted to get stuff listed. No research. $17.99 or $95, and this one hit for $388, and it was a waterfall out in Oregon, I think.
RPPC or?
Yeah, real photo, and it could have been the photographer that did it.
Oh, okay.
But I always, when stuff like that happens, I did take a look, but no other card of this waterfall and no other card from this photographer had ever gone that high. So 2 people really, really wanted it, and I don't even know what the name of the photographer was off the top of my head, and I didn't check, but
Steichen?
Yeah, I don't know. And today, with 47,375 listings, I am off to $41.41, which is probably about 6 postcards.
You are rolling in dough, my friend. Rolling in dough. All right, we're going to say hi to a couple of people over here. Welcome in Super Sea Delights. Thank you for being a member. And everybody knows Dawn. Oh, hi. She didn't even go with the hey-oh today. She went hi. Thank you for being a member. La Paper, thank you for being a member. Hey, ciao, good evening. And Cool Kent, welcome in. And Dave's Odds and Ends, thank you for being a member. And Mr. Hot Wheels, marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels, welcome in. And Antiquarian Bookman, welcome in. Thank you for being a member. All righty. Mr. Magazine did, early in the week, I asked him what was going on, and he said, eBay great during the week, S-word on weekends. Amazon average, Whatnot's up selling comics, down with vinyls, and then the adult DVD site is going well. His only buy was a local when he was in New Hampshire. He had a deal. He did Cash App, but it froze because of no service. He thought I was screwing him. Showed pending. He never got it. He was upset because he came from Buffalo, but I was able to resend it, and all was good. Here's my picking on Mr. Magazine because he's not watching at this point. He has yet to figure out that when you are in that building, there is no service. So he sends me videos, and he goes, the videos didn't go through. And it has happened every single time he's up there. And I said, are you in the building? Yeah. Go out of the building before you send the videos.
Get yourself a little Wi-Fi hotspot up there or something.
That's true. He's not putting 2 and 2 together. I think what it comes down to. Oh, there we are.
Hey, Mr. Brian Goodman.
Oh, not allowed to say hello to him. I'm sorry. We're going to ignore him.
Who?
Hey, thank you. Oh, well, Dawn just trampled all over that. And welcome in the net. So my sales are, well, Mr. Magazine ended up, he is actually on the naughty list for eBay.
Oh,
2.03% defect rate or something other like that.
ew.
So he is up, limited visibility and an extra fees. We're figuring it's going to cost about $1,000 a month for fees for him.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the problem. As soon as he got the notice that it was going to be happening at the end, whenever the date is, the 25th or whatever the date is, that they're 20th, they're checking it. I said, you need to call them. You need to get it taken care of. He called today after it took effect, and they said, you should have called us before. We can't do anything for you right now.
Ouch.
I said, my exact words to him were, you can learn a lot from a dummy.
I have I just checked my service metrics defect rate.
Yeah.
Blutarski 0.0.
Yep.
1,200 items, 0 not as described.
Yep. His problems were he was canceling he had some things go, and he uses AI to do the listing. And the items go, the AI service he uses will not put things into auction. They have to go into the store. Well, then what he does is he lists them using AI into the store. Then they end them and put them into auction. Okay. Well, every once in a while, there's a bit of a lag, and people buy the items outright. Yeah. And he's like, I'm not selling a $20 or, I'm not for $20 for $100 item. I'm not doing that. Well, ends up costing him a lot more money in the end. So he's learned his lesson.
See, AI screwing people.
Yeah. And Eric Parent, welcome in. No shirt, no shoes, no dice. There you are. And Memphis Blazer, been a long time. I was just thinking about you the other day. How you doing, Memphis? Good to have you in. 100% positive, 0 defects. There you are.
Yeah, I will. Can I clarify? I did. Now that was just defects, but items not received was I'm at 0.44%, and that's 5 out of 1,100 plus.
Now, do you use the eBay standard
Yeah, eBay standard envelope? Probably. I don't know if I could find that, but probably for 95% of my mailings. So yeah, just anything over $20 goes Ground Advantage.
Yep. Sales are pitiful for Kelly. Welcome in. Sorry to hear that. So Mr. Magazine had a $450 day yesterday. He had been doing about 2,000 a day, and he did $450 yesterday. So
ouch.
That's a hit. Things have been so slow for me until today. Today sales are about $350, which is more than the last 3 days added together. Wow. I had a $52 day and like an $80 day and a $130 day. I sold 5 items over 3 days with 40,000 items listed. One of the reasons I think is Amazon Prime. It is Amazon Prime right now.
Yeah.
So I think but eBay is definitely, which we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes, they're definitely making changes behind the scenes. They're mucking everything up. I know their big, was it the 28th, I think is their big, the summer update, I think is the 28th. So they're doing all the back work for that. And every time they start doing that, sales just disappear for a while. They just do.
Yeah.
Whether it's bad programming, whether it's servers going offline, whatever the reason is, inevitably it happens. And then after a couple of days, it picks back up again.
Yeah. So, I'm sure it's 30 years of programming, and they're just spitballing and bubble gum and glue and spit, and that's just holding it together barely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt all about that. Booming last week, crapola, just like I mentioned last Wednesday. Yep. And it's been horrible for me until today. Today's okay. Looks like you have essentially quit whatnot. Other trades.
I've kind of pivoted a little bit, and I started doing. I had this I won't call it an epiphany, but I had this thought one night. It's like, why don't you just? Oh, I know what it was. I was doing a for my
I've never had one of those. How does it feel?
It hurts. It does. It's like a migraine that just when someone's drilling into your head. I had my 4-year anniversary May 1st. It was the 4-year, and I started Whatnot with a giveaway show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, why not for the 4-year anniversary do a giveaway? So I did 128 giveaways in an hour.
Oh,
About an hour, maybe a little bit over. But I had buy it now stuff in a store. And it was like just pre-packaged pounds of postcards.
yeah.
And I think I did almost 2,000 an hour, maybe 1,400. I'd have to check, but I did a lot of money just doing this giveaway show. And I was like, man, I wonder if I just did giveaway shows. And I started like, no one likes Niagara Falls. So I did like a giveaway show where the first postcard you see in a 3-pack postcards is Niagara Falls. And you had to keep or pass that pack that you saw just based on the front card, and on the back could have been two really good cards or better cards, or just more Niagara Falls. And in the store, I had packs of a pound of postcards, and I would just do like an hour show, give 50 to 75 packs of postcards away, and then had people buy pounds in the store. And I was averaging about $600 to $700 to $800 in that hour. And I was like, it's an hour out of my time, it's an hour, and I'm having fun giving stuff away. People are winning stuff. Now I do have some giveaway goblins that have latched on, and they've won 14, 15 giveaways in several shows and haven't bought anything, which there's no requirement to, but then on the other hand, they're just 3 crappy cards. It cost me 70 some cents to mail it, and everybody buying stuff makes up for that. And I don't have to sit there and flip through a pound of postcards to get pretty much the same $25 or something like that. I run flash sales and stuff like that. So it was just to me, it was fun, quick hour. And I think people enjoyed it. So like I just did a raid train. I just did Postcard Palooza this past Saturday. It was I just did all giveaways for that hour. I did 63 giveaways in that hour.
You're making me look bad because I don't give anything away.
Yeah. No, it's fun. No, because no one's doing it. There was I went on to Whatnot on a Friday because I was looking for some type of entertainment. I was kind of bored with what was on YouTube because I don't watch TV. It's either YouTube or pretty much it's all YouTube. So I went on Whatnot to like entertain me. Yeah. And the bigger shows in the antique ephemera category, the people were entertaining. I was like, no one's doing this in ephemera. No one. It's just, here's a postcard, and it was just boring. And I was like, okay, well, how can you change? How can you maybe make it a little bit more interesting? And that's why this game show came up. And I'm not being dirty, maybe a little bit, but keep it family friendly. The show I did Friday was like the Dead Presidents edition. It was all Reagan and Carter, and the gimmick was hunt for the dirty Richards, Richard Nixon, the dirty Dicks.
Wow, I don't know have you seen some of the stuff that they put out back when he was running?
Yeah. So I did that, and then during the Postcard Palooza, I had alligator postcards was like the chase type of card, and did the alligator bite you in the butt, or did it just give you a tickle? And on the back of that, I gave away 4 Halloween cards, or one Halloween card, a $5 Starbucks gift card, and then the buyers. I do 3 buyers appreciation giveaways, and it could be pounds of postcards, or they'll get like one buyer's appreciation will get all the crappy Niagara Falls cards. Like Steve got like 4 pounds of Niagara Falls postcards, and but he also got like $15 in Starbucks gift cards, and just make it interesting.
You could spin plates.
I could.
We'll get that music going for you too. I think that's out of copyright. You can do that.
Yeah, but it was just quick, and I thought it was kind of fun.
eBay is very slow in processing things. I click button, nothing happens for 5 to 10 seconds. There you go.
It's that AI.
That's what happens when I try to think.
Yeah.
And Kent over here, I'm not a huge volume seller. I had a horrible weekend on Monday selling 3 items, and yesterday I sold 14. There you go. Yeah, so we always think that they're rolling things out, and some people are coming offline and some people are going online when they're doing these changes because, to go from nothing to 14, and I sold 1 item yesterday, and today I'm selling items. So something's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul Carl, we were talking about you pre-show, Paul Carl. Just letting you know. Oh, look, it's a Paul. There we are. And Annette, those Whatnot shows are a lot of fun. I'm excited to get my Matthew Kirsch from the buyer giveaway.
Yeah. She got a great one. I think she got a one-of-a-kind sketch on it. I think she was the winner.
No, John, that's not what he's saying. You should put more up because everybody else is taking them all down. You're going to corner the market.
Yeah, they'll sell, but very, 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 very slowly.
Ephemeral categories. Excuse me?
No.
I sell over there once in a while. Jeez. Getting pot. Your host is getting pot shots here. And how about buys? You been buying anything?
I haven't made any big buys since Allentown, like that whole week, that whole month of April. I think I bought, I had like 3 huge buys, like 50 plus thousand postcards in each buy. Like Allentown, I think I walked out of Allentown with 70 some thousand. And that Monday before, I got another probably 50 to 60. So I still have, oh my goodness. So it was like 150,000 postcards. And I've only gone through maybe 30,000 of them. So I just turned down, someone contacted me. They had like 72,000 cards and they're really, really fairly close to me. But after asking questions, it's like a lifelong personal collection, and he had it all categorized. So in my head, I knew it was going to be out of my expensive. And I was just honest with him. And I was like, listen, I would love to buy it. And I said, I don't want to string you along. I was just kind of getting information, but I know right now that I could probably only offer you, a few thousand. And I know that's going to be an insulting offer. And so I was like, so I gave him like 3 other options. I said, call Marielle Martin, who probably has better working capital than I do. She, big postcard seller. I gave him an auction house that would probably do very well by him. And then I gave him the information for the local, Washington, D.C. based postcard club.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I gave him out, and I haven't heard from him. So I think I pissed him off. But I have a tendency to talk, so we could be on for quite a while. But I did this thing on eBay where I bought random postcards from the sellers who said, I have 20 buy 50 random postcards for X amount of money, and I bought 6 or 7 or 8 lots, and I did a live unboxing on my membership side. And like 6 out of 8 were horrible. One guy hasn't even shipped it yet. I bought him on June 3rd, and he hasn't even shipped it yet.
Look, my mailman is slow.
Oh, he has like 150 negatives, 150 neutrals, but he has but that's out of 100,000. He's like, his feedback's like 90, even with all those negatives, his feedback's like 99.4, and one of eBay's most trusted sellers. Yeah. So I don't
mean to cut you off. We do a top 10 video, or I do a top 10 video every week. And I just shot one right before we came on air. Jigsaw puzzles is what it's going to be. And somebody sold, the number 2 and the number 1 were both from the same seller. And they don't just deal in jigsaw puzzles. They sell other things. Over 1 million feedback.
Wow.
Over 1 million feedback. I go, I'm looking at the item. They got a spoiler alert. They got like $13,000 for a jigsaw puzzle. And then I looked and I go, okay, 1 million feedback. They're not playing any games. Because sometimes you see some crazy price and some guy's got one positive, and you're going, okay, this isn't a real sale. The guy's
Yeah.
got 1 million positives. He ain't playing games.
No.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, it's got to be, it's got to, I wonder how many employees he has.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, so I ended up, I did go to Greg from Flower City, who's been on our show a couple of times before, did go to his estate sale. I spent $123. But what I'm doing, first I got a bone to pick with you, my friend. Yeah, you.
What I do?
You bought 1 million postcards. So
Oh.
we saw that and we said, well, we're going to show Popeyes. So we bought 1 million items.
I hope you titled it, "We Bought 1,000,001." You got to go for that higher number.
I don't know if you know this or not, but 1,000,001 books and magazines take up more space than 1 million postcards. We have figured that out.
Yeah, you're not going to do one 26-foot Penske truck with that, are you?
No, we're at 17 tractor trailers so far, and he's down there again, loading up more. We think it's going to end up being over 20, like 22 tractor trailers worth of stuff.
Wow. Any postcards?
A stack like this of common junk.
That's disappointing.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? They could be sitting around somewhere or other. We bought it. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but we bought it without knowing what a lot of the stuff was. We saw enough of it to know there's enough stuff here we can't lose money. It's impossible to lose money.
Yeah.
Literally, we did math is what we did. We said, here's what we're into it for. Yeah, we can make some money on it.
Yeah. You probably, I think I heard what you paid, and I all in, all in. I was only at like 1.6 cents per card.
Yeah, 300,000 and another 200,000 on logistics.
So. So 50 cents is what I can't math, so I don't know what that comes out.
Well, except that we think in the end that we think there's more than 1 million items. So we're probably about 30 cents an item when everything's
that still makes sense.
Yeah, the numbers work out. But I did not go back to that person's estate sale the second day. Down in the basement, now I cherry picked them. They probably had 500 yearbooks. I have never seen so many yearbooks in my life. But they wanted $5 a yearbook, which I cherry picked. Like I picked up Don Hollader, who was a local. He died in Vietnam in 65 or 67. He's highly collected because he was a all-American boy, and unfortunately he died in Vietnam, et cetera, et cetera. Very highly collected on him, and a couple of others I bought. I didn't go back because I didn't want the temptation of the gentleman saying to me, "Hey, we got some yearbooks downstairs. How about $300? You take them all." I said, I don't want to even be there because I think I'd be carrying yearbooks up to the car that I absolutely do not need and absolutely do not want. But if you're paying 50 cents a yearbook, you can't lose.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I do not want that temptation. I don't need that temptation at this point, as far as that goes. But it was all I cherry picked the stuff. And then I did go to an estate sale company yesterday and help them price some items. Another little gig that I'm working on a little bit. They're getting to be called to be an expert.
Nice.
So we're not very bright up this way if I'm an expert. I'm going to tell you that. I picked up a sealed 18,000 piece puzzle from Goodwill the other week for $6. Yeah, they have 30,000 piece puzzles. I had no idea. I don't
have the patience.
There was and I'm going to give away, boy, don't watch this video because I just gave it all away. There was a puzzle there. I looked at it. They wanted $120 to ship it to me in New York from New Jersey. I said, what? It's a 50-pound puzzle.
Jeez.
I go, a 50-pound puzzle?
Yeah.
I used to do little tray puzzles that I have trouble figuring out if they're complete.
Yeah, you need. I've seen those. You need a whole 40-foot long room and a table to match to put those together.
One of the you're familiar with what's his name? Is it M.S. Escher?
Oh yeah, MC Escher.
MC Escher. Yeah. Well, he's a rapper. Yeah, MC. I'm the MC. They have puzzles of those. I'm saying that would hurt my head to try to do one of those.
Yeah. Or there's ones that are all one color. Or it's just.
I think they had one that was, hello, Jackie Jack. I think they had one that was all white, and that was the big thing, too. I think they called it like polar bears in a snowstorm and had dots on it. There are a lot. Yeah, exactly. You guys can go and scoop up all the stuff we leave behind there. Glitch of the week. All right. Well, there are quite a few of them. All right. This isn't really a glitch, but it's kind of crazy. I know you probably don't list very much in books.
No, I should, but I don't. I have them.
Well, when you go to books and you use the item specifics, one of the drop downs, a lot of the times the drop downs will tell you the most likely item, most likely things you need. Author name, John. I go, really? Who's filling that out with John?
My book. I wrote that.
You are. Popeyes.
Yeah.
Monday, I wasn't able to rotate photos. Now, you probably don't ever really have that problem. You probably don't ever need to rotate photos.
Once in a while, but
rotate photos, and you couldn't even do it. So that was when I knew there was a problem. Oh, to all the lawyers out there watching, throw me a bone when you take me up on this and get a class action lawsuit going. eBay is charging sales tax in New York State on vitamins. If you buy vitamins, they are not taxable by New York State law, yet I paid sales tax when I bought some. So to the lawyers out there, take it and give me, a 38-cent credit or whatever it is that I get for being the named guy in there.
Yeah. I should. One time I did get like a 17-cent check from eBay or some eBay settlement. It was like 17 cents or 7 cents. I figure it cost them $1.50 to cash it, and that's why I cashed it instead of kept it.
And that's why everybody's fees have gone up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this was a big change. And this is another reason that I knew they were screwing around with stuff. Yesterday, now Mr. Magazine, of course, has his retail location, and he's got the warehouse. And he needed me to order packing supplies. Well, we obviously ordered the packing supplies to go to the warehouse. But his main address is his store. No problem. So I go on there to change the address. You couldn't change the address. A thing comes up that says, do you want local pickup or do you want it shipped? I'm like, shipped. So I clicked on that, and that was it. You could not change the address. So I had to send him an email and say, yeah, I'm usually an idiot. This one, I'm not an idiot on. This one, eBay's the idiot on. So when your packing manager yells that it all went to the store, it wasn't on me. I said, you couldn't change it. So they're screwing around something in the shipping area.
I wonder if it has to do with, I'm sure you'll talk about it. I wonder if it has to do with for pricing with UPS or USPS and them.
Well, you can talk about it now. Go ahead. Everybody else has done a video on it, so you can.
Yeah, because, I haven't. I've seen it. I've watched people about it. And you know what? I don't think it's going to affect me much. Again, 95% of my mailings are eBay standard envelope. And for those, I offer free shipping. So if they do the where eBay's in charge of the shipping label, and I would imagine, but I don't know. I don't think anybody's really figured out if you offer free shipping, and then but eBay's in charge of the shipping, providing the shipping label. Are they still going to take that 70? If I'm offering free shipping, does free shipping go away if I'm offering it? Who pays for that? Will the buyer pay eBay the 74 cents for an eBay standard envelope? I don't know how that's going to work, but in my little pea brain, I'm wondering if it just won't affect me. But then again, who knows? Knowing eBay, they'll probably charge me the 74 cents for the free shipping, and then also charge the buyer 74 cents for the shipping and double dip there, and then charge me the fees for the fees on the shipping. But that's just to me, that's how it would I would think that's how it would work, is that if eBay's just going to charge the shipping label to the buyer. But
well, you did see the other thing that's making the rounds, and it is 100% true. I verified it today on an item where the 3 to 5 pound is cheaper than the 1 pound item. And I had an item that was I had it listed as being a 3 pound item, and it was only a pound, and it was a pound and a half, and I'm going, here I am changing my weight down, and I'm losing money by changing my weight down. Oh, well. But I try to be honest in my shipping.
Yeah, I haven't seen, because my heaviest item would be, 3 or 4 ounces. Very, very rarely do I have a postcard order that gets even above 8, 9 ounces. It just doesn't happen. So
Another glitch this week, and probably the winner of the glitch. So I was over on Whatnot as part of the $3 Thursday raid train, although I think they just call it $3 Thursday now. And my power went out right in the middle of the raid, 50 minutes in. Luckily, I'd gotten through most of my items, and then everything rebooted. But then it was terrible, terrible, terrible. But luckily, because I knew we were having high winds over here, I warned at the beginning of the raid train. I go, if all of a sudden I get knocked off, it's because of so everybody was very, very understanding. And I was able to barely be able to get through the auction not using the Wi-Fi, because it's horrible not having the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was super slow. I did do it one time when I was at Springfield. They actually, Whatnot was at Springfield before Ohio clamped down on the no auctions in Ohio. And exactly. And they actually did a 20-minute or half-hour auction right from the fairgrounds, which was great because it was all stuff that I had bought. So I sold the stuff the next day there. And I was just using it because I'm like, well, where's your Wi-Fi? We don't have it. You got to use your phone. I'm like, oh, but I'm out in the middle of I'm out in the middle of a field, so I had service as opposed to here with the house and the roof, because I do have a brick house. So a brick house, what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Everybody loves a nice thing. eBay's terms of service include a mandatory pre-dispute arbitration clause that prohibits class actions, collective actions, and any other configuration that would merit an attorney. Well, tell that to the lawyers. The purpose of almost all the arbitration agreements is effectively prohibit class actions when courts steal a bit at a time. So I should go to arbitration to get my 62 cents back from them.
Yeah, and everybody else will get 17 cents. Yeah.
I spent thousands of dollars on that. I'm going to have it managed shipping is having to measure and weigh packages as I'm listing. There you go.
That's why I just stick with postcards and just postcards. I don't have that issue.
Well, and I've actually got it at this point where I probably weigh almost nothing. I may weigh if you buy a bunch of stuff from me, but I can pick most things up. I've been doing it long enough that, this is the 8 to 12 ounce. This is the 13 ounce, just magazines. I just kind of know. You just pick them up and you know what they weigh. And I'm 98% accurate on it, something like that. Well, now, I don't know what these people are talking about here. I'm missing some stuff here in the chat. eBay dropped prices on 5-pound shipping. Sounds like they're finally taking on water. Yeah, 3 to 5 is actually cheaper than 1 and 2 pound stuff. Yeah. Oh, welcome, Lewis. Well, you better. You have stuff. Hopefully you stay there. You've got stuff. Yeah. And surprised Hoko doesn't go after eBay. Yeah, well.
I'm still seeing for the glitch. I check anytime I get an offer, I check the buyer's feedback that they leave for others.
Yeah.
I've avoided there's just some buyers out there that they just leave negatives and neutrals for everybody. And you can just tell they're a horrible person. And as soon as I see one of those people, I decline the offer. Thank God. Thank you for identifying yourself as a horrible eBayer. And then I'll block them. And then I'll share the information with others so they can block them too. But there are still times when you click on not sometimes, almost always, you click on feedback left for others, and it'll say that they've left 2,000 or they've left 2,000 feedbacks for others, but there are 0 listed. And sometimes you can get to it by clicking on because it defaults to 25 feedbacks. Sometimes you can see them defaulting to 2, or if you go to 50 or 100 or 200, sometimes they'll pop up. Sometimes you might have to go to like page 2 or 3 of the feedbacks. It'll say there's 20 pages of feedbacks that they've left, but none of them are visible. None of them are listed.
All right, I have a question for you about that, because I never do that.
I do all the time.
Does it show the ones that eBay leaves? Shipped on time, great item.
Probably, but I'm just looking for red.
Right. No, I know, but I'm wondering if it,
it might.
Don't leave a feedback; it just automatically will leave one. So I wonder if that counts as well.
Yeah. And I know people say, well, I don't have time to check. It takes like 2 seconds
Yeah, right.
to check that. And I think I've avoided a whole bunch of headaches with
Yeah.
people.
I just laughing. What a hokel is. Trust me, if you don't have them in Oklahoma, you don't want them. But we're not a political show. But we're just gonna. That is the governor of New York, if you were unaware. Well, you don't want them. You don't want Cuomo's either. We've got some we're willing to ship out, but that's a whole nother story. Couple of other things. Oh, we are going good now. So I had a video that I was doing, and it was actually a really good video. It was the best video I ever did. And I get done with the video, and I go back and look, and the camera crashed partway through it. I go, what the? So then I do it again. Camera crashed partway through it. I go, what the heck is going on? So then I did a video. The problem was they were videos where I was sharing my screen. Well, I can't see when I'm sharing the screen. I can't see the camera hub, obviously, because I'm sharing the screen. The OBS, I can't see it.
Okay.
So then I did a video where I was just talking so I could see it. It crashed partway through. Finally figured out what it was. We've got this AI background. Well, the AI background I had showed a fan in it, and the fan was moving back and forth. Well, apparently that overwhelmed the system with the fan moving back and forth, and it kept making the camera crash. So you can't have the moving animation in it. You got to have the one like this.
Or you can just have a messy background like this and not care.
Do that.
This is real life.
Well, people on the people behind the paywall on the membership side love when they see that a background like that, because they know then it's going to be a what I found a haul video, because then in the camera I'll show them everything there, but you see the whole background there, because the problem with this is you can't see the stuff as you put it up. Sometimes it disappears.
Yeah.
So that is that over there. Oh, and I messed up as well. Last week, I got taken to task because I mispronounced Mississauga, and I don't know how you pronounce it still, up in Canada. I'm actually not staying in Mississauga. I'm staying in Brampton. And Dawn, I'm sure I said that wrong too. So there we are.
Brampton.
Brampton.
Yeah. Don't ask me to pronounce anything. Worcester.
Exactly. Is that Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire. Yeah, yeah. At least I got Canandaigua down.
No, you don't. It's Canandaigua.
It took me forever to get Elyria, Ohio down.
Elyria, yeah. I grew up in Ohio, so that one I know, Elyria.
Yeah. Canandaigua?
Canandaigua.
Okay.
Well, the one you got to get is Ashtabula, because we say in Ohio, you say it with just a touch of an R. So it's Ashtabula for some reason, or there's a little R in there. I don't know why. Measurement and weight. A box came through my post. I was way off in measurement. It cost $100 in fees. Ouch. Oof. Also check feedback left for seller. We got an offer. I think it saved us from a lot of headaches. There you are. I do measure and weigh when I ship, not when I list. Yeah. Mississauga.
It almost sounds like wax on and wax off guy. It's Miyagi, isn't it?
Big change over here. Well, it won't matter because you don't sell anything privately, correct? Like you don't have Shopify or anything at all like that?
No. Mm-mm.
There was a big change. I just got the email. Where did I get it through? I don't even remember. Oh, through 8 Books. If you're shipping to Europe now, the EU, they've done away with, you know how the United States had that small parcel exemption for tariffs and all that? Mm-hmm. The EU had the same thing. They did away with it. Now, anything under 150 euros gets charged a $3 customs fee not per item, per line that is in there. And by that, I mean, if you were to ship 5 postcards, they pay $3 or well, I'm going to say dollars. I know it's euros. They pay $3 if you ship them 5 postcards. If you ship them a magazine, a postcard, a shirt, a garden hose, and a windshield wiper, they're paying 15 euros because they're paying a $3 per line that they have, because those are different IOSS numbers or whatever. Wow. They're all different ones over there. Here's the problem. it's not collected through Shopify. Now, eBay will take care of it for us. Etsy will take care of it for us, but it's not collected through Shopify. So I sent all that over to Mr. Magazine and anybody else out there who is shipping things to Europe, not through eBay, Etsy, one of those services. You're going to have some problems because you got to end up putting a credit card on file and there's all things you got to do, or the buyer has to pay it when he gets it. Well, if the buyer's not home or he's got to go pick it up, you're going to have some upset buyers.
I wonder though if on postcards, because I'll have someone overseas, not recently because I changed my shipping, but on the customs form it'll be postcard whatever, like the airplane postcards. It's DC-10, DC-9, so it's like a list of 5 to 10. So I usually, what I do is I delete them all and put 10 postcards.
Yep, I do the same thing. Yep, absolutely.
But I wonder if people who don't do that, if that something like that would go.
People, Valdosta and Biloxi. Am I close?
It's Valdosta.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. I would never would have gotten it. And then I did get an email from eBay that you have, and you probably got this one as well. You have to update make sure your public business's information is updated if you're going to be selling things over to Europe. I don't know if you got that email or not.
Yeah, I saw that. I recently changed. I was doing with postcards, you can just, one of these little mailers and then a, international forever stamp. And I was doing that. I've done that for 20 years or however long, 28 plus years. And just recently, within the last couple months, I went all eBay. Any international sales are now through eBay international shipping. And pretty much they have almost like an eBay standard envelope.
They do?
Yeah. Well, I just have to get it to the hub in Illinois. And I free shipping from here to Illinois.
There, and then they do whatever they have to do.
Yeah, it's still like $12 for an international shipping, but I'm not doing it. I've lost so much money for lost postcards. Again, international buyers think a postcard's gonna get to UK in 2 weeks or something like that, and they're like, "Where's my postcard?" I was like, "I don't know. You paid $250 for a stamp and a prayer. I guess your prayers weren't answered, but yet I'm the one who would have to refund that." So I just said, "To hell with it."
Did you send it Surface?
I'm sorry.
Did you send it Surface?
Oh no, just a stamp. So
well, I don't know if you remember or not. Surface Mail hasn't been around since 2007, and every once in a blue moon, you get an overseas person saying, "I don't need this in a hurry. You can send it Surface." I'm like, "No, I can't. It's been around. It's been gone for 19 years. I don't think I can do it."
So, but yeah, my headaches, my international orders were only about 3% of my total sales, but I tell you, they made up probably 60 to 70% of my headaches and my lost items, except for now the USPS is doing a bang up job with.
All right, I have a question. Where is Valdosta? Well, he's saying it pronounces an A. That's what he's saying.
If you click on like Google how to just type in Valdosta, like it that little it'll tell you how to it'll pronounce it for you. I believe it comes off as Valdosta. Or however I was saying.
What state is it in? I don't even know what state.
Oh, Georgia.
In. Oh, all right. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Global shipping is easy. Not sure why you would do it any other way. Yep. No.
But it's just a regional. I'm sure. Here, I don't know if you heard that.
No. What did it say?
It said Valdosta.
There you go.
Type in Valdosta. How to pronounce it's VALDOWSTUH. Again, I'm sure that the southern people, dough is da, but
okay.
So regional dialect, sure, it's Valdosta, but to everybody else, it's Valdosta.
Yeah, if that's what if that's what our robot overlords say, that's what it is.
Exactly.
All right, we have a fun new, since the last time you came on, we have a fun new segment called Arguing with AI. Now, what is your opinion of AI?
I dabble, and there are some things that it's it's great for, if I was a graphic artist, I would be extremely worried about my job. For a while there, I did like I just told like ChatGPT, create a YouTube thumbnail in 16.9 format, use my face. In fact, all my thumbnails on my videos, that's how I start off. I go to like Google Gemini and I say in 16, create a YouTube thumbnail in 16.9 format, use this picture of me, remove the background, put a border around me, and this is the title. Do a background in different whatever, and I just tell it, and sometimes it just misses the mark. But arguing with AI is like, sometimes I'm using ChatGPT to help maybe create a title, and it'll be like a postcard of horses, and it'll say this postcard title, postcard John Wayne Hollywood cowboy or something. Like, no, it's a horse or something like that. And one time I was using it fairly regularly, and it was just messing up. And one time I just went off arguing with it, and I was like, why are you so effed up? And it gave me 4 pages of bullet point. This is why I'm effed up. And it just went through. It was like I was in marriage counseling.
I would say you're a therapist.
And because I had a much better understanding of what it was looking for, I listened, and I was like,
wow.
So yeah, we were in a much better place now. But no,
and now you put the toilet seat down.
Yeah, AI. I've tried it for listing. It doesn't know a real photo postcard from a hole in the ground. It'll just call everything an RPPC, and it's like, no, there's no way this is not an RPPC. What it does, I think, do well with is like some foreign language, foreign countries. Some of the research, it saves some time in research, but
saves a lot of time in that. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it but the problem with some of those is I can never remember what the little dots over the O's or the little hash marks or
that.
But yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them, like Polish language, like Norwegian, the slashes through the O's but I don't think eBay picks those up in search. So you'd have to change those. And I mean, I can go further and further about AI, about the people using it to race to the bottom with crap cards, and those people.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Who are just when maybe not checking it and just letting it fly. Oh yeah, this is a real photo postcard of John Wayne, but then the dumb eBay buyers are going to buy it, and they're like, no, there's no way in hell this is John Wayne. I still bought it, but it's not a real photo. It's not John Wayne. And then they lose trust in eBay postcard sellers. And that's so anyway, I could go off and over and over.
Or scanned a postcard upside down in AI. The description went on and on about the unique perspective of the inverted image. Nice. Yeah. Working on Detroit Publishing Cards, it gives me every variation of Fostent except for the correct spelling.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, first we got some big news. I actually had Mr. Magazine using AI. He just will not use it. So he was filling out some paperwork for his son for college, and he couldn't find what form he needed to fill. So he's saying to me, "What form do I need to file?"
Yeah.
How would I know what form you need to file for college for your son? So I said, bring up AI, and it walked him through it, and he ended up getting it done. And I said, that's what you use AI for, because it was able to tell him, you need this form for that. Here's what you need for that. Here's how you fill that out. But he's asking me. I'm like, why are you asking me? I have no idea.
Yeah, I've used it for, what I use it for is my monthly mileage type form. I have to, for an S Corp, you have to do what's called not an allotment plan. Maybe it is an allotment. I can't remember what it is, but it's, oh my God, I can't remember the name of it. But you pretty much, the business lets, or you let the business use your vehicle, and then you get a mileage check from.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it, but so every month I was like, okay, daily I my trip to the post office is like 1.5 miles. I should walk it, I really should, but I drive it. And so at the end of the month, I have AI do a monthly mileage check or monthly mileage form that I sign. And, I say, okay, I don't go to the post office on the weekends. I don't go on postal holidays, put all that in there. I've made one special trip from here and here. This is my mileage. This is the purpose. Put a signature line. It spits all that out and I just sign it. So I use it for that and other stuff. So it has purposes. I just wouldn't rely on it for living my life and letting it take over.
Well, do you remember green stamps?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember Top Value Stamps. It was another brand.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. So I took a picture of the cover of that, uploaded it for some help, and it said, "Oh, this is a beautiful Top Stamp catalog from 1960 with a great Norman Rockwell cover on it." And I said, "It's not signed Rockwell. He normally signed his work." "Oh, you're right. He did the work from 66 to 71. I go, "Then why did you tell me it was Norman Rockwell?" And then I looked inside, it was 58. So I'm like, you were absolutely hopeless and helpless for me on that one. But this was the best one of all. I was listening to some you remember the magazine? Well, you're all shishi, so you remember it. New Yorker magazine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. Ooh, you're all upper crust. And when you try to list those, at least in the old days, it's changed now, but they were always tough to list because the table of contents would say talk of the town, movie reviews. It would never tell you anything in there. But it did tell you cartoons in this issue at the bottom. And one of them was somebody named Charles Adams, who you may have heard of. He had a family.
No, the Adams? No, I don't know this one. Oh, the Adams Family?
Yeah, Charles Adams. Yeah, he was the artist who created the Adams Family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just remember the show, not the cartoon.
His stuff always sells. So I've got the magazine in front of me, and I go, all right, I'm going to use AI. Hey, what page is Charles Adams' cartoon in this? It goes, oh, it's on page 37. I said, thank you. I checked. It's not on there. Oh, no, it's on page 45. So I checked page 45. It's not on there. So I said, are you guessing? It said, yes, I apologize.
Yeah.
I do not have a page-by-page index of the cartoon placements for the specific 1975 issue. My previous responses were confident but incorrect guesses.
We are talking. Is it the Adams Family with Morticia and Gomez? And
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought there might have been. When I think of the New Yorker magazine, I'm thinking of old-timey magazines in the 20s and 10s.
Oh yeah. They did it all the way through. Yep, that's where he did a lot of cartoons. But we've said on the video any number of times, it was something that I read. Bad advice given confidently is still bad advice. So that absolutely. Well, I was wrong, but I was confident when I was wrong.
That's like that could have been your Confucius thing. Oh, it's an accountable plan. An accountable plan. An S corporation must implement a written accountable plan. So AI helped me with that.
So I don't know. Are you a sports fan?
Hockey.
Okay.
Very much hockey.
I don't know if you ever followed football back in the 80s, but there was a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns named Bernie Kosar.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Okay. He actually put out greeting cards. He had a company that made greeting cards with football players on them. He got the license and did all that. So I had a football card or a greeting card of him, and I uploaded it because I want to find some information out about the company. So I uploaded it. It says, oh, this is includes a signature likely authenticated by Beckett, a common feature for such signed collectibles. I go, why would you think it's authenticated by Beckett? It's printed. It's not authenticated. It's printed on the card. It's not authenticated. It just makes stuff up sometimes. So you have to be very, very careful on that over there.
I did see something. There's code words that you can put either before or after the prompts that pretty much like no BS, it's like no BS / and then your prompt or only use scientific journals or something. I can't remember what it is. I've saved it, but I don't use it for that much just because it lied. It's like it wants to make you happy, and it tells you what you want to hear. And I
whisper sweet nothings into my ear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, AI is horrible at autographs. Mr. Magazine does use a listing program to do it.
Okay.
And I don't know how much you know about baseball, but you heard of Kirby Puckett?
Oh, yeah. I remember. Minnesota Twins?
There you go.
Okay.
Mr. Magazine had an autographed card from 87 Tops, I think it was, which showed a catcher and a pitcher talking together, and it was autographed. Oh, it showed up as being an autographed Kirby Puckett card. I said, you got two white people talking to each other. Kirby Puckett is not white. You got a pitcher and a catcher talking to each other because you could tell it was a pitcher and catcher talking because the catcher's got his mask up and he's standing up. It was obviously a mound scene. Kirby Puckett's not going to be pitching.
He was outfielder, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's Frank Viola. The signature doesn't even look like Kirby Puckett. Where did you get Kirby Puckett from? So Mr. Magazine listed it, and then somebody reached out to him and did the whole John Wayne thing. Somebody reached out to him and said, that's not Kirby Puckett. So then he has to send it to me to correct because they don't do they just list it is what they do because the guy doing the AI doesn't know sports whatsoever. So he takes it at its word. But yeah, you get those.
Yeah.
But then I got in an argument with AI about, I had a 1922 songbook. There were none of them out there. It couldn't find one out there. And it's like, well, it's kind of rare because it was supposed to be written. It was like a songbook for instruction in schools. And so they got destroyed. They're not out there. Mm-hmm. It said, oh, it's worth like $10 to $20. I said, I have the only one in existence. Why am I pricing it at $20? One of the reasons why is low ceiling. Well, you hold a monopoly on the active physical supply. That's right. So I have a monopoly on the active physical supply. The ceiling for 1920 school instructional booklets remains low. I priced it $50. I go, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not listening to you on that one. I am the only one in the world. I have a monopoly. Hopefully the trust busters don't come and take me out on that one.
Yeah, I have used it, and I thought it was kind of neat. Is I have just shelving over here with leftover dental books, and most of the titles you can see. So I just take a picture. They're all vertical, and I was like, "Tell me the titles that you see, research them," and it will spit out. And for the most part, again, maybe 90 to 95% accurate of what books were there. And I was like, "Okay, what should I list these at?" And it spit out prices like, this one is your rarest one, and but that's all. I've only played with it, and I did list some of those books, but I don't think any of them is sold for what ChatGPT told me that they would sell for.
There you go. Kent ran drugs for Eddie Munster. Well, there you are. Also, a basement full of feral hamsters involved. There you are. Time for the item of the week. So, you probably never heard of the Rochester Red Wings, but they're a local baseball team, minor league baseball team. This is a book called Rochester Diamond Echoes from the Hop Bitters of 1880, because that was the baseball team in 1880. It was called the Hop Bitters. I don't know why they still don't have that name. To the Red Wings of 49. Not an easy book to find to start with. Now, they have it priced at $30, but it's got not the best signature on here, but have you ever heard of somebody called Stan Musial?
Yeah, I've heard about him.
Unfortunately, the signature is fading on here, but he has passed, but it's got a Stan Musial autograph. The book alone, even in this condition, has to be a $30 book in and of itself, because I've never seen it in all these years of doing this. And then I have a Stan Musial autograph on it as well. I said, for $30, you can't go wrong on that.
Right.
And the other nice thing about it is it does have a couple of other autographs, which at some point, probably Kirby Puckett's, that I will have to do some research on. I can't guarantee, but I can 95% guarantee that this would have been signed in 49, because Stan Musial was with the Red Wings in 49. I'm sure the other people are on here were as well. Probably some kid bought this or had this and went to a game and had the athletes sign it. So it's really cool to get something like that. And like I said, for $30 for a Musial autograph, book that's worth $30.
What's his autograph go for?
I didn't even price it. Probably 75 to 100.
Okay, so it's not something that you would send
it's not Babe Ruth or anything like that. No,
you wouldn't send something like that to PSA to. Could you even send that to PSA to get
no?
it?
And it's something like that because you do have the local history. I mean, he played for the Red Wings that year. I mean, I've seen his autograph enough to know that is indeed a legitimate one. And if you were faking it, you wouldn't fake it with ink that disappears.
Right. Yeah.
That would actually be really funny for an athlete to do one of those signings and sign with the disappearing ink. You get home and it's gone.
That would be funny.
That would be very funny.
Yeah.
So anybody out there that is associated with an athlete and you want a good YouTube video, right there's your video, and then record the people as they leave and then you see their signature disappearing. Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine had a Kim Kardashian signed photo. I know you've been on that show, right? The Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm behind that. Yeah,
I thought you were on the show. You're one of the hosts.
I produced it. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have had the show. But yeah,
$39.98. Somebody offered him $10 on it. Now I'm sure an unsigned photo of Kim Kardashian probably goes for $8 to $10. Let alone I mean, you would think it would. You know what I mean? You would just think that it would. And then he had a sport magazine, September 1974, with Muhammad Ali on the cover, CGC 9.8, which is almost impossible to get on a magazine. Almost impossible. He's asking $5,000 on it. The person offered $206. Where would you 206? Like, well, 200. He's not going to accept 200.
Yeah,
I better go 206.
Yeah, I put on the great majority of my postcards. I mean, I don't put best offer on them until probably 6 months to a year down the road. I'll blast out offers to people, but I don't accept formal offers on eBay. And when I do, I go through and I put automatic decline. If it's less than, if you offer me something like 36% off, I probably am going to have an automatic decline on it. It just gets rid of those low ball offers. But
we have a show to do every week.
Oh yeah, you'd have to have something to talk about.
We need
but there are one, and I go through and I go through and I put it on my postcards, but every once in a while I get like on a $40 postcard, I get a $5 offer. I'm like, how did this even sneak through? And so I go into like revise item, because every one of my listings should have automatically decline more than 35% off. I don't have automatic accept, and that number's gone. It just says that I accept offers. I think I put it on one of the videos last week that I got a pop-up that said,
oh yeah, I saw that video.
It was like pretty much, even if you don't accept best offers, eBay's gonna let best offers be sent to you. And it's like, if I don't accept best offers, why is eBay taking it upon themselves to send me best offers? Why are they dictating how I should run my business? I haven't seen it since, but that would probably explain how some of those offers are getting through. Yeah.
Oh, your favorite time, everybody's favorite time. Time for the Confucius joke of the week. Professor. Now, this was back when Confucius was in school. So any one of the 18 years that it took him to get through the 12 grades. Confucius, name 2 pronouns. Who, me? Correct. That was the Confucius Say joke of the day.
I'll play Mr. Magazine.
Come by 20 minutes past the hour at any of my auctions, you'll get a joke as funny as that. Joke not guaranteed to be that funny. Customer issues. Oh my gosh, this was a week. Why don't you tell your story or whatever you want to share? I mean, you do have a video up, but
I mean, how long are you going to stay on tonight?
I've got nothing to do. So
I don't know if you're saying you had a bunch of,
yes,
I'm just going to say idiots. it's like the idiots of eBay. And I didn't do, I think I had a dozen plus.
Oh,
Normally I get one, one a week or something. It's just mostly it was like, where's this postcard? Why hasn't this been delivered?
yeah.
I put on every one of my listings because in the eBay standard envelope, it's famous for eBay marks something delivered, but it's not delivered. And it's because that delivered scan it was received at the last sorting center before your local post office. It could be in your mailbox within tomorrow, or lately it's 2 to 3 weeks. Is what it seems like. It's a long time. USPS is just broken, but it's that. And it's just people don't read. Sometimes I have it as my third picture. I got this whole blurb, people, if it's marked delivered, not delivered, this is why. I have 3 shipping options that you as the buyer can choose. And most of them, if not all of them pick free shipping.
Right, which understood.
And on a $5 postcard, but they think that free shipping should be like Amazon free shipping, where if you're a Prime member or whatever, you're going to get something for freely shipped. You're going to receive it tomorrow. So I think Amazon has ruined a lot of people into just the speed, and Walmart and this, the instant delivery. And so that,
like the old days when I ordered a pizza and it came in a week later.
But it was a lot of that. I got a neutral from a guy in the UK because the UK service didn't deliver their package. It was a postcard. I went through eBay international shipping. It got to the hub safely, and so I'm out of it right there. Right. Unless it's not as described. But yeah, he left me a neutral that I'm to blame for the UK's. It was DHL in UK.
Yeah.
It was that. It was
it was UK. It's not Italy or Mexico where you would expect that.
Right. Not I won't say third world country, but it should have.
Yeah, we got to be respectful toward Mexico. Italy is a whole other story.
No, I don't ship to, at least
I should ship to. No, we're just busting a lot of papers, chops, because she spent a lot of time in Italy. So
I got a lot of that. I had is this a real postcard? Is this an authentic postcard? And I have in my condition, so it's right beside the picture, right beside the title. I do not sell photocopies. This is an original and authentic postcard. Right. And it was postmarked 1957. Clear. It was just clear as day. And it's just dumb people not reading, not looking, not thinking. Critical thinking or problem solving just doesn't exist anymore. And I can't even remember. It was just so many. It's been quite a while that I had that many
in a week.
Dumb, stupid eBay buyers. And I don't care. You can clip this and put it on whoever, Pegasus or whoever. Yes, eBay buyers are stupid. I'm going to say it. I may get canceled for it, but that's how I felt last week.
Yeah.
And it was like, if I go on and do a YouTube video now, I'm gonna title the thumbnail, "Hey, stupid eBay buyers," and I was, as the youngins say, I'm sorry. Yes, as the youngins say, I was going to crash out and it just go off on people. It was just that week, and I can't even remember exactly. I don't know, because I shared it with Steve and Kelly. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was just a rash of them. So I don't know. It was just
a bad week.
It was just a bad week with dumb people.
Well, Eric, speaking of dumb people, I'm kidding. I love you, Eric. He brings up a good point. The postman always rings twice. Remember that movie?
Yeah, but they don't anymore. The postman doesn't ring. They'll just take it back to the post office and say a bad address and just ship it back. I don't think post people get out of the truck anymore.
Well, we had one problem, but this is kind of Mr. Magazine's fault as well. Mr. Magazine doesn't always stay as focused as he should on things. So him and the customer bought one item, but accepted counter offers on the other two. Well, if you accept a counter offer, it doesn't count as a sale on eBay world.
Oh, okay.
And then the customer wanted combined shipping, but couldn't get combined shipping because he only bought one item. But he's saying, I bought three. And it's like, no, you only bought one in eBay's world. Now you have to pay for the other two separately because they're still available to anybody else to buy. Then we can refund shipping afterwards. But of course, Mr. Magazine trying to get that through as well. It was just here I am in the middle of it going, Mr. Magazine, just tell the guy he's only bought one item. Because every day he's saying, I haven't been combined yet. You can't if you only bought one item. Now, the workaround on that is you decline their counteroffer, or you decline their counteroffer, but then you make them an offer of exactly the same price. And then it counts as an offer and not a counteroffer. And then you can combine.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the workaround on that. Well, this is a customer issue, but this happened this morning. Some guy from China ordered a signed photo, which I took a lot less on it than I should have, but my sales went so bad I wanted to jumpstart the sales, and I do believe in doing that from time to time. He then contacted me to cancel it because the payment was unsuccessful. The payment wouldn't go through. So if buyers aren't able to pay for items, that could be a problem. And that was first thing this morning. So again, we have been saying something's been going on with eBay. So that very well could be what the problem is if people can't pay.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you remember the book Hungry Caterpillar?
The Hungry Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Eric Carlisle. Yeah, I think I know that one.
I had it, and a guy reached out to me about a month ago. You said it had a jacket on it. Can I see the flaps? I said, yeah, no problem. So I pulled the book out because it was a first print. It's high enough money that I'm going to pull it out and do this for him. I sent him the picture. 3 weeks later, he reaches out to me. You just sent me the end papers. I want to see the flaps. If you click on the picture, the flaps come up because he was just literally looking at the thing in eBay that only showed the cut picture, not the picture. I go, you have to click on it. Haven't heard from him since then. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then this was the winner of the week for problems. Customer reached out to me. Your shipping is too much.
Oh.
I said, okay. I said, make an offer adjusting for what you think shipping should be. So if I'm asking $20 for the item, $8 shipping, and you think it should be $5 shipping, make me a lower offer. I'll take it. You take $3 off the price I'm asking, and you're paying the shipping. Yeah. That works. No, precise shipping is necessary. Weigh the item, get the right size box, put in my zip. It's against eBay's rules to make money on the shipping. Now, I use calculated shipping, and eBay gives you the handling thing, and I add $1 for handling. So eBay itself allows you to do that. I said, look, I'm not going to do all that. If you don't want to buy it, I'm absolutely fine with that. I said, but if you want to buy it, here's the solution. He comes back, all caps, eBay office, please take notice and investigate the seller on his or hers inflated shipping practices, especially shipping light or paper items.
I guarantee that person's probably in their 80s. No offense against old people, but I've been around enough old time postcard sellers that they were ripped off by an eBay buyer 25 years ago, and everything's a scam on eBay. But I guarantee that's an older person, older than me.
I responded, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I have blocked you, so the problem is solved. Now, if there's a knock at my door, it's probably the SWAT team arresting me for illegal high shipping.
Yes.
Because my profiteering. But my lawyer, I did talk to him. He thinks he can get me off on community service. So yeah, we should be doing okay on that one. Geez. Mr. Magazine, now the person reached out to him. They didn't tell him the item, but I do not believe this because Mr. Magazine on Amazon uses a repricer. So he's got a computer program that reprices everything down to the lowest price with some parameters. Won't go below a certain price, yada, yada, yada. Why is the price 100 times anyone else's? This has to be a joke.
Because I hate you.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Yeah.
Then Mr. Magazine sold a magazine from 1969 that the person is returning because the magazine you sold me is in such good shape it has to be a reprint.
I've had that before too with postcards. I've pulled postcards out of an album then for like 19. It's original. You could just tell because whoever bought it right into the album for 120 years, never been out, maybe looked at once in a while.
No light, no dust, no dirt, no nothing.
No, and you could see if they're in an album for long enough, they can still kind of get the little indentations or acid or whatever. But yeah, I was like, you can't even argue. And I mean, this was a while ago, so you can't even argue with some dumb people. So I just, I can't remember what happened, but I may have refunded because how can you argue with that? I have free returns, but.
Postman always recklessly tosses packages twice. There you are. There you are. So I had a person put in for a return. Why is there a stain on the spine area? You altered the picture so it looked better. Now, Popeyes, you saw the thumbnail that I put up for the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Am I altering pictures?
No, not at all. I was wondering. I was like, you didn't have ChatGPT help you with that. How about the ChatGPT do a thumbnail usually? Yeah, I was like, oof, that's like Photoshop 1986 type of. No offense, but
none taken. I am not altering pictures to make them look better. No, I am not. No. I said to the gentleman, I said, first, as I have free returns, that might be the dumbest idea I have ever heard. Let me alter everything so it looks better, and then everybody returns things, and then I go bankrupt. I said, number two, I really don't appreciate that allegation that you're making.
Yeah.
And then so he said, then he goes back. I go, you can put in a return. He goes, I need a label. I go, you need to put a return in first, and I do not appreciate the allegation. So he commented back, perhaps figure out why it happened so it doesn't happen again. I did figure it out. I blocked him.
Yeah.
Problem solved. He's blocked.
Now, I bet, go back and check that person's feedback that they leave for others. And I almost guarantee that they've put feedback to other people that, item not as described and just, that's why I check feedback. Got to check feedback.
Yeah. Interesting other things. We were talking about AI. Did you know that if you say please and thank you when you're dealing with AI, it costs 2 cents for 1,000 prompts?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Yep. So don't say please and thank you, despite what your mom told you. Did you see Etsy's got a couple of new ad campaigns?
No, I kind of sell on Etsy one item, but I haven't sold any for a month. But no, I've not seen the new.
Well, one is buy from. It's something other like buy from another Jeff or something like that, not from the billionaire Jeff. So they're pushing it. They're like these are all people. We're all people selling over here. We're not all some rich multi-billionaires. So it's like, celebrate the other Jeff or something like that. But then they sent me one. We want to celebrate what makes Etsy different. You, your creativity, your craft, and the story behind your shop are what inspired our newest brand campaign. Celebrate being human. I am celebrating. Maybe they're against AI. I don't know.
Don't know.
This one I thought was interesting. I was listening over on AbeBooks today, and I never noticed this before. They have a checkbox there that you can put your quantity in 1, 2, 3. They have a checkbox there you can check that says unlimited.
Hmm.
What could possibly go wrong if you click unlimited?
Someone's going to push it. I want 50,000 of these.
Yeah, exactly. You said unlimited. I'm buying 50,000 of them. You couldn't deliver them. Now I want to return them all because you only sent 12,000 and I need
Yeah.
all 50,000.
And you know someone out there would do it.
Absolutely.
There's some troll out there would do it.
Some guy with some money, more money than brains, and wants to troll people would order as many as you have, and order 50,000, and then put in a return, and you pay the shipping on it.
Right.
Somebody or other bought something off me on Amazon, a book. I wanted to use media, it wouldn't let me, and I'm like, it's a book. Now sometimes that happens because it's listed in the wrong category. There are people that will list a book, and it'll be listed in kitchenware. And you can't use media for that. And I checked, it was listed in the book. So I'm looking at it, why can't I use media? Turns out the reason why is because it was a business buyer and they had their hours posted, the days they were open and closed. I couldn't use media because they bought it on a Monday, and using media does not meet businesses' operating hours. So in other words, it would be 5 to 6 days shipping, which would get it there on Saturday when they're closed.
Oh boy!
So it wouldn't even let me buy media mail.
Unreal.
So I had to go on PayPal, which is where it's why I use instead of pirate ship. I had to go on PayPal and buy shipping. I said I have never seen that before. So they're at that point now where they're restricting when you can send things out. But if I had waited one day, if I had waited a day to ship it, I could have used media through Amazon, because then it would have come in when they were supposed to be there.
And I'm sure that's AI somehow in there looking around and doing the calculations and stuff like that.
Yeah. There you I had Elon Musk hit me up for $2. I told him to get a job. Oh, this was going to go off. I don't know if you saw that, Eric, or not. Eric also lives in Rochester. There was a chase. Somebody stole a county truck. Something like 15 cops chased them all around town. And he was wiping cars out and all this stuff. He was just driving, smashing into cars to get away and all this stuff. And I guess when they caught him, he put up a fight to get away too.
Jeez.
So that's going to be all over the news if it's not already. Kind of crazy on that over there. I had somebody cancel Whatnot as they had the book already. Have you had a cancellation?
On Whatnot? Wow. Oof. If I had, it's been like when I first started, a couple years and years ago. But no.
You know how hard it is to find out how to cancel? It says click on the order. So I click on the order and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a button. I don't know how I found it. I just kind of clicked over something in there and suddenly it goes cancel order, buyer requested cancellation. I go, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. It was so hard to do though. I'm like, what the heck? A white utility truck, yeah. What the guy stole. Speaking of Amazon, it is such a small part of my business now because I've been in Amazon jail for a while. Okay. If you fall below in your metrics, then you lose the buy box and nobody can see half your product half the time, or we don't have the buy box. I used to be doing almost $25,000 to $30,000 a year top line over there. I'm going to do 6,000 this year over there.
Wow. Is it worth it? Because it almost sounds like when listening to you during these weekly shows, it's almost always a problem with Amazon. Is that 6,000 worth that aggravation?
I got 20,000 items listed. So I'm not going to take them down. Yeah, not going to take them down, just make sales here and there. Yep. Ooh, question for Popeyes. Do you sell more of your lower price cards versus higher or equally?
I think my average, ASP, is that what it is? I think I'm on like, I'd have to check. I'm like $12 to maybe $16, $17.
That's pretty impressive for postcards.
Yeah. And well, I did an eBay one-on-one. I don't know if you've ever done that, where you talk to an eBay rep and they go through your,
I make too much money.
But if you're
they let me sign up.
Oh,
and then they ghosted me. So I signed up again. The second time, like an hour before my meeting was supposed to be, they said, "Oh, you don't meet the parameters. You can only make up to $100,000 top line."
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm under that. 1171 for the last 30 days. Sometimes I think that fluctuates, but yeah, so we'll say $12. So yeah, I have a lot listed for most of my airplane cards are anywhere between $3 to $5. So that'll bring them down. I sell a decent amount of airplane cards. Um, so yeah, call it $12.
No, that's impressive. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah. So as I mentioned, I did get the call from the estate sale dealer. I went over there to help them. They've given me 3 to 5 cars full of books for free.
Oh,
So I
that's
kind
nice.
of feel that I owe them. So I'm like, yeah, I can help you. I can help
Yeah.
you. No problem at all. So can't argue with that over
Mm-mm.
there. Um, we talked about the 3 to 5 pound shipping. Everybody is speculating about the shipping and the fact that the 3 to 5 pound is cheaper than the 1 to 2, et cetera, et cetera. And people are, what should I do? What should I do? I would say nothing,
Yeah.
because we don't know how it's going to play out. We have no idea what the end game is. Um, I wouldn't suddenly get into selling 3 to 5 pound items because today the shipping is cheaper, because that could change next week.
Yeah. And I mean, could the post office come back and say, well, hey, this is, what do they do, a chargeback or whatever it is, where where USPS says, well, no, it was you underestimated or overestimated, and you have to either pay money. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they do that. Yeah, the
Could they,
shipping overage and underage.
yeah, could they do something
Yeah,
like
who knows? So, but again, when people are all freaking out over it, and I'm like, let's not throw our business plans out the window based off of this. Now, if we get some definitive answers,
hmm
yes, certainly the envelopes, the standard envelopes that they're offering, have helped the postcard sellers a lot.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Most definitely, yeah. And it seems to be a thing that's going to be staying there. So now, yes, you can offer free shipping. You can offer that, but you can't offer $5 free shipping. But if that's not an option,
Right. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just can't.
Yeah. The eBay standard envelope, it's a blessing and a curse, because again, I can ship for 74 cents. I build that into the price.
Yeah.
But again, people think for free shipping that you're going to get door to door, mailbox to mailbox, white glove service for free. And no, you're not. So, but and I'm top rated seller plus or whatever the hell that is, and I had never been top rated seller plus. It would have been nice back when they used to give you what, 20% off final value fees, and now
Was
it's,
it 5% now or something?
I don't know. It's not. It's almost not worth it.
Well, no, because I used to be as well, and then they went and they changed it, and it went down to 5%, and that was 20 years ago.
Mhm.
And I looked at it and I said, it's not worth it. I said, I want to be able to take vacations and
Yeah.
not put my store on break. I said, and I don't want to jump through all these hoops for 5%. It's not worth it at all. And so I just don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. I'm sure you got the email today, as I did. Whatnot has now sold 1 billion orders.
I saw that.
Yeah. We've done our small part to help them.
Yeah. I think I had 10, almost 11,000, 10 or 11,000 over there.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea how many I have. I don't pay any attention. I just ship stuff out and on to my next show. And we had mentioned there, I did get an Amazon A to Z claim. I fought it and I lost. They say I didn't ship on time, even though I did. The post office did not scan it timely. So it made me lose that case. And my question is, whatever happened to the stuff?
Yeah.
Because it got scanned like a week after I sent it out. And then it made it to some other post office and it said delayed a week after that. And I'm going, where is this sitting at?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if eBay has taken. I know you're talking about Amazon, but like in the postcard world, it'll, that stupid expect it within 4 to 5 days or something like that. And the thing is, my post office now, if you don't get the mail there before 9 o'clock, you've missed the truck. And so the next truck is at 9 the next morning, and then they don't consider it. What the post office doesn't consider it mailed until it gets that first scan, which for me, it doesn't get scanned until Baltimore. So it goes from my small post office down to the bigger town, Frederick, Maryland, from Frederick, it goes over to one of the places near Baltimore. So it could be, usually it's the next day, but sometimes that could be 2 or 3 days that post office doesn't consider it shipped. So what's eBay? Has eBay taken those 2 or 3 days into consideration? I don't think they have.
No, right.
I tell my buyers, he's like, where is it? And I'm like, eBay wants you buyers to think that us sellers ship like Amazon.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
don't.
did you see what Amazon's doing now?
No, what's it?
They are taking over your shipping time. And if you always ship quickly, then they're saying, even though you have 5-day shipping on there or 3-day shipping on there, they're saying you're shipping out in a day because that's what you historically have done. Now, I always build in there because, again, I might go away on vacation. I might do something or other. I don't want them taking that over and doing that. Oh, Eric Parent is like Linda Evangelista. He doesn't get out of bed for less than $10 an hour. Do you get that reference?
No.
She was a supermodel. I believe it was Linda Evangelista that said it. And somebody or other is trying to get her to do something. She goes, I don't get out of bed for less than $10,000.
Oh.
So Eric's a little bit cheaper. He's put the decimal point in a little different spot there. But mail doesn't even leave town until 7. If you drop it off during the day, it doesn't leave till the next day.
Yeah. So maybe I just need to go. I used to have 2-day shipping or 2-day handling time on eBay, even though I shipped every day. Yeah. And I think one of the things I usually have done this at Christmas time when just shipping is horrible, is I will do like a 10-day handling time, and I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, but I put on you used to have a banner, I'm on it says I'm on vacation, but that's to counteract the shipping delay.
Yeah.
That so I may have to go to that. I don't know. Again, that 5% or whatever, it's not going to make or break just the peace of mind that, because it's so many shipments right now that are 2 to 3 weeks after I mail it that it still shows processing somewhere.
Hello, crew. Welcome in. eBay's got more lenient with scans. That's good. That's good.
Probably because they know their expected buy date is BS.
So we were talking about some issues with eBay buyers.
Yeah.
However, there was an eBay seller that I saw. So I was doing a little bit of research when I was selling that New Yorker magazine with the Charles Adams cartoon in it. And somebody had a pile of magazines. And it said, and here's their title. Now, they have a pile of magazines. You could tell, pile like that of magazines. Mm-hmm. New Yorker magazine, 1975, 1976, vintage complete original cover. What the hell are they selling? What the hell are they selling?
Is it one or all? Random
Is it the whole magazine? Is it just the cover?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're selling. And I'm looking at it going, that's somebody who, if I didn't ask, that's somebody who I would hope gets a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
And if people are buying from them, shame on them, because you don't know what you're buying. I wouldn't have the slightest idea what I'm buying, because they do show a whole stack of magazines.
Yeah. And you'd be upset if you only got one.
Or if I just got the cover.
Yeah.
But it did say cover. So maybe, because New Yorker is one of those magazines that a lot of people just cut the cover off and sell the cover individually because people frame it up because of who they are. So if you did a search on just any random issue of New Yorker, you're going to actually find more issues that just have the cover than you will the whole magazine. Whatever reason, that is the one magazine that happens with. So I don't know what I'm buying from the guy. I didn't buy.
Oh, you should just to see.
Just some fodder for the show, and I can always return. I can always put an INAD and send it back.
Yeah, that could make maybe that's a good video, a good short or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sturt, Sturt from Fighter.
Yeah, Sturt. Yeah,
Sturt.
Yeah.
He's going to be on 2 weeks from now and 4 weeks from now. So that should, he's filling in as well. And Mr. Magazine is down in New Hampshire. I don't know what he's doing down there. Maybe he's got a side piece. I don't know what's going on down there. He's down there an awful lot, though. I'm going to say that.
Wow. That's a lot to bite off. I mean, I don't know how many employees he has, but still, it was the millionaire airplane cards is probably more. I bit off more than I could chew there. I still have probably 400,000 unlisted. Who knows? I may never get them listed. These dental books that have been here for 12, 14 years. Got rid of most of them, but I still
I
have.
still have an email from you asking me about dental books.
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of them. Again, I always say this. I'm like that old man that the American pickers, Frank Wolf and them, they come across, and they're out walking his field, and there's a old 12 Harley Davidson motorcycle frame, rusted, and the weeds are growing through it. And they're like, well, how much do you have for that? Oh, I'm going to build a bike out of that. That's how I am with my stuff, that I'm never, again, it's going to end up in the backyard with a gallon of gasoline and a match when I die, maybe with me on top of it. Cheaper that way. But I just need to get rid of stuff.
Oh, next week we're actually, Mr. Magazine will be here next week, but we're going to have Common Ground Finds going to be on. He's been on a number of other shows. He sells books over on Whatnot and eBay, big bookseller. So we're going to have him on to discuss the Granite State Collection and all things reselling, as always.
Let me ask you a question real quick. I know we're an hour and a half, but I have nothing going on. Your books, if you found you have different book buyers than your normal show, have you had to curate book buyers?
I don't understand the question.
So, I mean, you sell other ephemera and everything, but do you, like, it'd be like me if I had to go sell, I don't know, sports cards. No one in the sports card world knows me, but
yeah. No, you absolutely, anytime you go into a new category, you're 95% starting fresh, with nobody knows who you are. There are a few people. I had somebody in today buying books for me that also buys ephemera because they do junk journaling. So some of the junk journal people will go to both of them. Yeah. But generally speaking, the people in the ephemera, very few of them buy from me the books. They just don't have any interest in it. Okay. And the book people, there are about 2 or 3 others that do as well. But otherwise, it's a whole new thing.
Okay.
What were you thinking of selling?
Well, the dental books. There's some good dental books over there. I just don't have time to list them individually. I just need to dump them, and instead of taking them to our local place where they buy them for $3 store credit for a box, obviously, I guess I could do an auction, but I don't know. I don't know. I just got to get rid of stuff, Dave.
Yeah. No. It's going to be interesting. Because from the Granite State Collection, I probably shouldn't say this on air with you here because you probably want them. You probably collect them. We got about a box of about 300 romance comics from the 60s. And I know.
Why'd you tell me this?
Well, you can come to the auction. About 300 romance comics. And I'm putting them up over there. 75 in an auction, so I'm doing 4 auctions, 75 each auction, but I put them out far enough in advance because nobody knows me in the comic area.
Right.
My thought is if I did a pop-up, I probably would completely crash and burn.
Yeah.
So I put them up 2 months in advance, figuring we're going to give it a try over there with those.
Right.
They're cool. And the people that collect them don't see them that often.
Okay.
So my thought is, and again, an auction, you just need 2 people. Right. So my thought is maybe I'll get 8 people there, but if all 8 people are romance comic collectors,
okay,
I could do better than I expect at that. I also have a auction set up over there with, I don't know if you're familiar with Underground Comics.
Mm-mm.
Robert Crumb and all that kind of stuff. They're the dirty comics. They're the drugs, sex, rock and roll comics from the 60s. You used to buy them. We're old enough to know what this term means. I mean, we heard about it. Mm-hmm. You used to buy them at head shops back in the day. Yeah. Nowadays, they're at every corner. They don't call them head shops anymore. Now they're dispensaries. but yeah, so they were the comics that, the underground comics over there.
Okay.
If you want to have some fun, do some search on, I'll send you a link at some point. One guy ended up getting sued because I don't know if you're familiar with fair use or not.
Kind a little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit. Like I could make a comic book and I could have Mickey Mouse in the background of one of my panels.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fair use. He's just in a panel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot do an entire book with Mickey Mouse going with a machine gun shooting people and then do 3 issues of the book with Mickey
Right.
Mouse and Goofy. So it ended up going all the way up to the Supreme Court and all that.
Okay.
Some pretty Air Pirate Funnies is actually, do a quick search while you're on the computer.
Yeah.
Type Air Pirate Funnies and you'll get a kick out of the cover of that. But so I'm going to have an underground comic auction up over there.
Okay.
Yeah, you see where that might not be allowed by copyright?
Oh yeah, I could see that. Looks similar.
Yeah, just a little bit. So it'll be interesting though on that. And then let's see. Oh, I put up last week. Somebody or other put up I had a Time magazine with Steve Jobs on the cover, and somebody asked me for a picture of it. So I sent the picture of it, and then I said, "Oh, it's got a mailing label. I don't want it." I had a case opened on me, and I go, "What the heck's going on?" Turns out it was a case from Amazon because I don't have trademark approval to use the word Apple. Whoever listed it in the catalog said Time Magazine, Steve Jobs, Apple Computers.
Wow.
Their AI paid no attention whatsoever to it until I sent a picture on that listing to the guy and uploaded a picture. Suddenly AI saw it because there was some activity on the listing and kicked it off. So I lost the listing because of that.
AI strikes again.
Yep. On that over there. All right. So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
I know you list on eBay and you list directly on eBay, right? You're not using any third-party service. You're not using AI. You're not using anything at all like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I sent an offer for $13.46. Thank you for the offer. However, it is still a postcard. Could you go half?
No.
I wish eBay had the middle finger emoji because I would send that. Now I'm just gonna ignore you.
See, and I'd be back. American? $6 American? God. Is it just me, or does eBay's not know what topographical versus non-topographical are?
No, they did this before they went all AI-ish. And they didn't talk to anybody in the postcard world.
Okay.
In the postcard world, there's the topics.
Yeah,
things,
that's what I thought. When I saw
places.
topographical, I always think, are they misspelling the word topic?
No, so they switched them. So yeah, topographical in eBay is places,
right?
Non-topographical are things, and it's pretty much the opposite. So they didn't talk to anybody, and they used to have like a board, like an experts board.
Yeah,
and I think they got rid of that. Because I guess they're experts in everything, but they screwed that up. I don't know, years ago, five years ago or whatever. And I do my best to put places, states, cities, countries in topographical, and I try to do non-topographical holidays, Santas, or you know, acrobats or whatever.
I was just asking because it's coming up. And then, but the one I love is when they suggest categories and they suggest topographical and non-topographical. And I'm going, you're not helping me one bit when you're offering both categories to me.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of buyers that, like, when I'm researching something,
you're in postcards.
I go to postcards. and I don't go into non-topographical or topographical. And forever they always had that on your seller hub. It was like, you have, I don't know, 26,000 items, and 25,950 of them don't have item specifics. They're recommended.
Oh, yes.
Thankfully, they never forced that issue, and I think that's kind of gone away. Yes, item specifics are important, but according to eBay, that one-on-one with eBay,
Yeah.
it's like titles like number one. So if you have those keywords in the title, it should pick it up. And I don't think there's too many people, and I could be 100% wrong. I don't think I am, but I don't think there's too many people, narrow searching down to some of the item specifics, especially like arrows and posted and non-posted and stuff like that. So some of those are useless. Now I will, the AI I've tinkered with, when it automatically puts some of the item specifics in there, that's fine. That's a time saver. I don't have to go through. But sometimes it's wrong. I've seen, especially when it calls a real photo, calls a lithograph a real photo postcard, and that'll populate that into the item specific. So it just, anyway, I don't know where we're going with that, but
no, it's just I was kind of wondering about that as well, because again, just because the word top, I mean, we know what topographical means. I've sold topographical maps, we all that sort of thing before, but it is so close to topic. Right. When you see it, and then again, I always thought of places are this, and I collect like you had mentioned, holidays or whatever. You collect off of topics.
Exactly.
Going, what the heck is But yeah, the item specifics. The problem with the item specifics, which I've noted before on the show, is people forget to change them, but it still affects the search. And by that I mean, you get into the comic books, and I list Daredevil number 100, and I forget to change it, and then I list Fantastic Four number 48, and you're looking for Daredevil 48, and you do a search. My Fantastic Four comes up in the search because I still have Daredevil down in the item specifics.
Oh yeah, I've had
out of those.
Yeah, some of my airplane cards, probably I was using 6-bit to list, or use 6-bit to list, and I was doing airplane cards. But what I tend to do is you have one template, and then I change that template.
Yeah.
But I guess one time I must have been listing West Virginia cards, and it was buried on the 6-bit item specifics. So like probably hundreds of my airplane cards have West Virginia in it. So and I didn't bother taking it out.
No, but that's where you hope that eBay always stays reasonable, because technically you're keyword spamming. Technically, which you're not. It's a mistake. Yep, this is how I make all my sales. I keyword spam people in West Virginia. It's obviously a mistake, and they could see what happened. But and that's where you always hope that they don't all of a sudden get somebody in there who that's the way it's got to be.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I ask you a question.
Of course.
Because this kind of goes with what I see a lot in the postcard. Not a lot, but I just got one yesterday or today. So let's say if you just happen to be looking in the postcard category and you find a postcard with your grandfather or your father on the postcard from like 1950.
Okay.
And let's say if I have it for $14.95.
Okay.
It's a family member. Maybe you never saw it, but it's like, wow, that's my grandfather or whatever. Would you haggle over that price? Or would you?
That SOB would yell at me if I didn't.
Yeah, well, but would you like? Holy crap.
I would buy it. Yes, absolutely.
without haggling.
Yes,
without
assuming it's $14.95. You're asking
$14.95.
$600. I might say, I don't think it's worth that. But yeah, $14.95.
I had a buyer. It was like, he's like, it was a a rug seller in, I think, Iran or something like that, in a market. It's like, that's my father. That's my father in his little booth selling the whatever. And now, granted, the potential buyer lived in, I don't know, UK or.
All right. Oh, so he's got the shipping. So
right. It was probably 12, because it was still only for me free to the hub, and then $12. So you're talking 27 bucks all in to get it.
I still would pay it. Yeah.
Exactly. So he haggled for.
Well, hold on though. It might be in the family. If his dad was up there selling it.
Sure, maybe it was a cultural thing, but he kept going. Like, he'd say, "How about?" I'd send him an offer. I'd be like, "Okay, I just listed it 2 days ago. How about 10%?" And then he would just nothing. He would ghost me or whatever. And then he came like, "Oh, I really want that. It's my grandpa." He whatever. And I'd be like, "Okay, 20% off." And he just wouldn't buy it. And I'm like, and in the meantime, someone else bought it.
Oh, wow.
And he came back. He's like, "What happened to the postcard?" I was like, and I said, "You do you, but if it was me and that was a family member in a postcard, I wouldn't haggle over $3 or $4 in price. Because this is what happened is you lost it. You've brought great shame on your family for this." But I get it all. I also, the one I got yesterday is it was a ship, and it was a World War II ship. And he's like, "Oh, I've been looking for this postcard forever. It's a little known ship, but it was scuttled, and my father served on it in World War II. It was scuttled, and he was taken POW in World War II. But he bought it outright, $14.95. But the thing is, what all these people do is then they go to that free shipping, or which could take 3 weeks, and it's crappy. And I put this in my list. It's crappy service. You get what you pay for. And if it's such an important memory, why are you haggling over the price? Why are you choosing the cheapest?
Well, hold on a minute. You saw Monty Python, right? You have to haggle. You have to haggle.
Yeah, it does. No.
You say 12 now. You say 12.
Yeah. Or it's, "Oh, that's my mother in this postcard. They met, she married my dad at this place. How about $3? Oh.
We had one of those in an insulting offer. It was like, "Oh my gosh, this was my dead brother's favorite thing, blah, 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 blah. Will you take?" And they made some $12 offer on an $80 item. Like, no, we're not taking $12. I guess your dead brother didn't mean that much to you.
Yeah.
$12.
And it's like, it's a Friday, and it's like, "Oh, if I just bought this postcard, it's a birthday present. Will it get here by Tuesday?" I'm like, it won't even get out of Maryland by Tuesday, let alone to wherever. I said, "You're looking at 2 to 3 weeks easily." Oh, okay.
Well, I try to explain to people, for most of us, you know what's going to happen next year? They're going to have another birthday. So you can buy it now and put it away for a year.
Or Christmas.
Just saying.
Yeah.
When they want it for free. Oh yeah, that's
I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm physically disabled. I'm on Social Security, and my check doesn't come. Will you? And it's like a $5 postcard. If you can't afford a $5 postcard, then maybe you really
shouldn't be buying.
Yeah. I'm really negative on eBay buyers.
We've said the same thing a million times on our show, though. If a $5 postcard is going to put you into the poorhouse, I don't want you to buy that postcard from me. Right. I don't want you to. I don't want that on my conscience that I put you into the poorhouse because you can't afford $5 for it. Yeah. Use the $5 on something else.
You've ruined my life because you couldn't get a $5 postcard here in 3 days.
All right, time for the it's going to be a short one today because it's gone a little bit long today. The rambling story of the week. I know you are on you've been open about it, various medicines that you've taken, the ADD and whatever. You've been
about that.
And
I didn't take it today, though.
The only thing that I take is losartan. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. It's a blood
I'm not.
pressure pill.
I'm not certain what certain is.
It's there. You are. I see what you did there. It is a blood pressure pill.
Okay.
So I get my prescriptions through Walmart, which I am also an owner of. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm an owner. Although they don't treat me any differently than all you schlubs when I walk in. I don't understand. I got a tighten ship over there. So I get the text from them. It is time for your losartan blood pressure medicine prescription. However, we have to reach out to your doctor because I guess they're allowed to do 1 or 2 refills, and then they have to reach out to verify it's still okay. I said, okay, yeah, no problem. That was it was whatever day. I had some dental problems. I had to have a tooth extracted. I go in. I said to him, hey, what's going on with the losartan? It's been about a week and a half. Oh, nothing yet. I said, all right. Well, my wife, to break her HIPAA, she's on a different blood pressure medicine. Living with me, she apparently needs it. I don't understand. I said, hey, while I'm here, here's my wife's name. Here's her this. Can you put in for her blood pressure medicine? Oh, yeah, no problem. So they put in for it. About 4 days later, I get the notification that hers is in. We use the same doctor's office, same everything.
I thought you were going to say same medication.
No, different medication, but
Okay.
She uses amlodipine. I use losartan. So I go in to pick up hers. I said, what is going on with mine? Oh, they haven't answered yet. This is blood pressure medicine. I'm not asking for OxyContin. I'm asking for blood pressure medicine. Oh, well, we'll put in for it again. Finally, it took 2.5 weeks to get blood pressure medicine because apparently this is
probably because the doctor's office wanted you to call in or go in so they could bill insurance, and you have to pay a copay and stuff like that. Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, I don't know what's
corporations, insurance.
Oh, one other quick thing before I do let you go. There you go. Mr. Hot Wheels 6 will start too. Well, if you got some extra one, I mean, I know it's illegal, but I know that's illegal. My blood pressure gets high enough when I'm dealing with eBay people. Did you see the big news? Obviously, you saw the big news about GameStop making the offer for. Did you see what their CEO said yesterday? I believe it was.
GameStop CEO?
Yeah.
No, what did he say?
He really wants to buy eBay, but his contract was set up that if he built GameStop up to some blah, blah, blah numbers, he would get a $35 billion with a B dollar bonus.
Good for him.
He said he would forego that.
Oh.
That he really wants eBay. So
how much worse could he make it? You know?
That's a good point.
I listen to him. He comes off. I'm not a, I don't know how far I'll go into the weeds with this, but the corporate masters, the oligarchs, I have a problem with some of those. How many billions does a person need?
3.
Yeah. Yeah. So 35 billion, what are you going to do with that? But anyway, that's how he came off. But listening to some what he was talking about, I was like, hey, why not? Give a shake it up. Again, how much worse can it get or be? Does eBay need to be doing all the advertising that they're doing? And we were talking about the post office. Does the post office really need to be, I don't know if they still are, but do they need to be a sponsor of like the US Olympic team or whatever? Why? I don't understand that. Why can't, you're raising stamp prices and you're whatever. Why spend those millions of dollars so you can have the USPS logo on whatever? It just makes no sense. I'm going to shut up.
Well, if the CEO of GameStop is watching, first off, come on the show. We'd love to have you. But one thing that I really, really think that eBay messed up, and I have said this any number of times. Remember the nice program called eBay Bucks?
Oh yeah,
The
I love
loyalty
eBay.
program?
Sure.
Like every other company has loyalty programs. You go to Starbucks, you go to Dunkin', you go anywhere that you have all of this competition, you get loyalty points. They did away with that.
Yeah, because that's money into their pockets.
Honestly, I used to buy nothing on Amazon, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I probably still buy 80% of the things. Leave out collectibles because obviously I'm not going to find the sports card that I need on Amazon.
Right.
I'm not going to find that. But I'm talking things like K-cups and if I need some kind of a cleanser or I just had a problem with my sink and I bought some of that. I don't want to use Drano, so I bought some of the ecologically sound stuff.
Yeah.
I used to buy that stuff on eBay. I would say, unless I absolutely needed it, I'd say, hey, I'm going to wait until there's a 4% eBay Bucks and I'll buy it over there.
Yeah.
Now I buy it on Amazon because here's a lot of times you get the item and it comes in an Amazon box shipped from somebody that's selling it on eBay who then orders it on Amazon and ships it to you. I said, why am I paying the upcharge when I could go to Amazon and buy it myself? Well, 4% eBay box every once in a while, once in a blue moon, they used to give you a 10%. Hey,
yeah,
I would spend extra money because of that.
Yeah. They just take now, don't they? They just take. They're takers. And maybe this is I don't know, maybe this is my sales tank, but I love selling on eBay, but man, I hate eBay a decent amount.
Well, and here's the other problem that I have with eBay, and we've said here on the show any number of times. I've ordered 20% of items from Amazon, whatever. I have never had a problem with an Amazon order ever. I never have. eBay regularly, I have problems with them.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if it's because Amazon vets the sellers better and kicks people off that do nonsense, whereas eBay is more of a wild, wild west. I don't know what it is, but I have had problems and things just not getting shipped out, and maybe the people are buying things on Amazon to ship to me, and then they never fill out the order on Amazon to get it to me from eBay. Who knows what's going on? Or you got all these people, and again, nothing against anybody, but they're overseas sellers who lie and say they're in the United States, and then it's coming from overseas, and it never makes its way over here.
Yeah.
And if I need the item, I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah.
You and I are invested in eBay because we sell on there. We're on there every single day. If we weren't on there every day and you get ripped off, I mean, yes, you get your money back, but you have the problem. If that happens once, twice, are you going to come back? No. And that's what they need to take care of. Is there are some bad sellers out there. When we talk about the buyers, but there are some bad sellers as well.
Oh yeah. That guy about it was like an $8 order of postcards. And yeah, June 3rd hasn't shipped and just negatives out the wazoo, but he's still one of eBay's most trusted sellers. And it makes no sense just because of the volume.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still giving crappy service. So
yeah. All righty. Well, I think we've gone long enough. I think we've said all that there is to say. Do hit the like button. Do thank everybody for coming on out. Do thank our guest. A lot more interesting than Mr. Magazine. Don't.
By far.
Here's my thought. He's not going to sit through 2 hours and 3 minutes to get to the point where I diss him. So I can say whatever I want here at the end. He's not going to know. Do hit the like button if you could. Do check out. We do have Popeye's down below. We have a link to his channel.
No, we do.
Okay. I put that there. I know how to do that. I don't know how to edit, but I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I can cut and paste.
But I didn't do a video yesterday or today. I don't know if I'm gonna do one tomorrow. I mean, we could go for a little bit longer because I think I've told you this. I have a hate and really effing hate relationship with social media. And I was doing the bare bones this morning, just talking as I pack. And I told you, I've already said that, eBay buyers pissed me off, and that's why I took a step back. But I kind of miss not doing it. Does that make sense? Doing
Really?
video? Yeah. I still, but I feel obligated because I think I have like 100 members now. And cancel if you're watching and you're a member. Cancel, please cancel.
And come on over to ours. The money you save on Popeyes, come on over to ours. I put a lot of videos up behind the paywall.
I haven't said cancel for quite a while, but please cancel because I've been doing live for my members videos, and probably do one next week. But I'm not having the morning video. I don't know how long that's gonna continue. I don't know. I do this all the time. I'll go strong for a couple months, and then I'll go dark for a year or so. So I don't know if that's the start of that. So anyway, So anyway, I click on the link if you want.
Well, we'll go a couple of commercials. Well, Eric has one member, in case you were wondering, at 8.
What's he mean?
I don't know. He's speaking in riddles.
The next comment. Look at the next comment.
See, and I like having the membership tier because you can do much different videos behind the paywall.
Oh yeah.
Than you can, because if somebody's willing to commit and pay for behind the paywall, they care.
Oh yeah.
And it isn't just they stumbled upon you, want to see what's going on, whatever. They are invested. And I do give, and I'm sure you do as well, I do give a lot of tips behind the paywall.
Oh yeah.
Don't do to the general public. I'll give a few morsels to the general public. Yeah. Behind that wall, you're part of and I'm sure it's the same with yours, you're part of an exclusive club.
Yeah.
That you are learning things out there. And I speak very frank, and not that I don't speak frankly. I speak less corporate talk behind the paywall. How about that?
Yeah.
Because 34 years of doing audits for the state, being out talking with people. Oh, I can corporate talk you till your ears fall off. Behind the paywall, I'm a little more straight shoot. Not that I don't straight shoot in the front, but I don't double talk as much behind the paywall, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, no, I share a lot. Pretty much, if you're a member, and I will tell you, this is how you steal my business model. That $388 postcard will go into it. And, so I share a lot with the members. And so anyway, but me saying this tomorrow, I'll probably come down and I'll do a morning video, or I won't.
So how many videos are you doing behind the paywall?
No, not enough, and I feel obligated. So 2 or 3 a month. For a while, I was doing a lot more than that. I know you've put out,
4 to 5 a week, behind the paywall.
Yeah, that's so more value for your money over with $1 Million Peddlers. So not enough. Now, like if I do, a live, it'll be an hour and a half,
right?
Taking questions or something like that. So I love talking about postcards. It's just that sometimes in the morning it's like, I got to talk about postcards. What am I going to talk about besides? And it gets repetitive. How many people really want to tune in and listen to me for 20 minutes or so? Talk about life, and it's more of a daily vlog type thing. So I don't know. Never going to go viral, so never, I'll be happy with my couple $100 a month for revenue or whatever, but is it worth it? But anyway.
Another thing, not to, again, we're going to go a little deep into the weeds here as well, real quick. Well, it does. The other good thing about having the channel is you're on the map. You are on the map. I don't know if you had anybody reach out to you with postcards elsewhere, but people can reach out to you. People know you. You're a known entity at this point.
Kind of a big deal. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I think I've said that about myself many, many times over. But again, and that really helps as well. And that was one thing that I was telling Mr. Magazine I said the Granite State collection is a blessing and a curse. A curse because it's got a million items in it, but it's a blessing because it's all out there in social media. You see the entire process. You come into, somebody contacts you locally and says, I've got this collection of books, magazines. I don't know what to do with it. Look at this. And they show you, and they've got 2 warehouses full of stuff.
Mhm.
You know, we can handle it.
Mhm.
We're suddenly up in the big leagues with being able to handle a collection of that size.
Right.
It can only, whereas before nobody even knew who we were.
Right.
We would never get a phone call on a collection like that.
Right.
So, and same thing with you with postcards. People know who you are.
Yeah. Do you want 7 million postcards? I know where you can get 7 million postcards. I've been offered it myself, but that would just become a job. I know how I would get rid of them, but to get there, I don't want to deal with that, that anymore. That's just,
no. Yeah, postcards. I have tried selling postcards, and I do sell them occasionally. I have tried to learn postcards 3 or 4 times, and I always fail miserably. I always fail miserably on them. I just can't understand postcard, whatever reason. I mean, yeah, I can tell the date off the stamp box. I can tell an RPPC. I can tell, yeah, this one should be better. This should be. I just, you guys that know it, is what it comes down to. I can cherry pick at a sale or other people, or nobody else postcard. Hey, a Halloween postcard. I think I could buy this one. Right. I know the very low hanging fruit. That, you got Halloween postcards out for $1 a piece. I'm buying all of them. You got them out for $25 a piece. I'm not buying any of them.
Right.
And you might walk up there and say, I'm buying these 3 and walk away. And you pick up $200 postcards each, and I wouldn't have the slightest idea. Yeah. So I know the stupid, hey, $1 is a good price on that.
Right.
Just like you probably know enough about books that if you were at a sale, like, hey, I've heard of Easton Press, and they want $1 each for Easton Press books. I think I can make some money on that. Well, that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, but I wouldn't, because I can't scan it. I don't want to take pictures with my phone. I don't want to do that.
If you come across a sale with $1 Easton Press the signed ones, I guarantee you will make money selling them to me, my friend. I guarantee you that. So do buy those.
Thing is, I wouldn't even look at them. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I would be like, it's not a postcard.
No, and that's one thing that we talk about, or I talk about a lot on the channel as well. Every time, and I don't know if you ever had this or not, but every time I go to a estate sale and I find something good, like a good comic book or a good book, because I never go early. I'm not going to wait in line. It's not worth it for me. I come by 5 hours after the sale, and the books are $1 a piece, and I'm finding a $100 book and a $200 book and a $100 book. I say, how is it possible that nobody bought these? Because I think everybody must know books. Right. Everybody knows those are $100, $200 items. But I'm amazed that you go to the sale and you find a glass and you go, oh, this glass is this kind of cut, and this is a $200 glass.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How can you possibly know that? What I got to get in my head is you probably are there buying that glass going, how did nobody buy this glass?
Right. Yeah. I see it all the time. I see it all the time at postcard shows. And, flipping through is like, holy crap, that's a $150 postcard for $3. How long has it sat there? And how many people have gone over it? Because again, in postcard world, at the shows, it's probably, I would say 95% collectors, and I'm probably one of the few resellers going to postcard shows. Yeah. And so the dealers, they can't know everything. They don't know, and they've all, eBay buyer screwed them 25 years ago, so they're not on eBay knowing the trends and what towns and whatever. They're just putting it for, normally this would be this topic or this town. It's a $3 postcard, and I'm like, or whatever. It's just amazing because the deals that I can find at the postcard show. The dealers don't know. The collectors aren't the collectors at that certain location.
Yeah, right. And that's what I was just going to say. That's an advantage, because if I don't collect Mississippi, why am I looking at Mississippi? Right. It's not what I collect.
Right.
Whereas you're looking through everything, and if nobody has come in collecting Mississippi, you've got the pick of all of the Mississippi postcards.
Yeah. And that's what I share now. What kind of sucks is I share that, and then I go to a postcard show, and the people I told about certain cards, they're like, "Oh, I've already gone through Yellowstone and the certain town in Mexico and certain where your wife is from, those ones. They already I've told them, and they're showing up now. But that's fine. I'll take your $5 a month."
Yeah, there you go. All righty, we really do have to go now. This time we really are. I want to thank our guest. Do check his stuff out. It's absolutely wonderful. Some of the best stuff online I've ever seen.
Utter crap.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Mr. Beast actually learned from him.
Cancel.
Do hit the like button, and we'll see you next video.